Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Steve, how are you doing? Good to see you.
I'm I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain. I can't complain. Very excited about what we have to announce right now. Obviously, well, we have to. We are very excited to announce something. Obviously, that is upcoming here, and that we're going to be showing. I hope that was Steve. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, he will probably join back in a minute. Um,
Sorry, guys. Technical hitch-up. So sorry. I just got you. We're very excited to announce.
Yeah, no, very excited to announce, ladies and gentlemen, that we have something special that we've been working on the past time. Steve will tell you all about it, and we'll show you something on the website as well. Something that we've been working on a little bit, but this is something that we have had in the works for quite a while, preparing. And obviously, we're going to be working with some very, very big people to do this. Obviously, our own director team. Steve will tell you all about it. With Wim, Rainer, Ron, who've also, already served massive deals for family offices, institutions, high net worth individuals, and EstateX is gonna be doing similar things. But without further ado, first of all, Steve, how was your week? How was the past week at EstateX and for you personally? And tell me all about it. I think the audience
Well,
can't wait.
first of all, it's Friday, and I seem to every time I go in an AMA, I seem to get less formal. I think your
Oh,
first time you saw me in a
that's good.
suit and a tie, then just a shirt, and then a polo shirt, and now a t-shirt. So who knows what's next, you know? Um, so first of all, yeah, my week's been great. I think that we all know, and guys that have seen all the activity. And I'll be honest, we could probably have an AMA every hour or so with the
Yeah.
activity and the sort of good news stories that are coming out the back end of what we're doing. So yeah, it's just fast paced. I've never been involved in so many WhatsApp groups and so many activities on a daily basis from morning till night, weekends, and it's just great. You know, the pace and the movement of everything, and so multi-dimensional that we're getting into now, which we're going to share with some of the guys. And I know we talked a little bit about the last time, and I think we talked a little bit about while we were with Graham yesterday as well. So it's fast paced, keeping up with things, getting ahead of the curve as well, which is really important to look forward and to be setting up what's coming next week, next month, next quarter, next year. So yeah, really, really buzzing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the energy is through the roof at the moment, and the momentum is really there. And as you know, obviously, success loves momentum, and that is something that we really have at this moment, and especially with the things that we're launching. And we're launching another great thing today that we've been obviously is in the works for quite a while already since we started working together. But even before that, we've had many conversations and strategy calls and plannings about it. And now that we're also actually starting to work with fund managers to facilitate this and have individuals and everything else that comes along with this announcement of today. Without further ado, I'll give the honors unless there's anything else that you still would like to address the audience with before we
No, no. Well,
go over.
thank you. Well, first of all, thank you for my sticker. That's really nice. And I
Wow.
know that
Hey,
I
I
know.
was speaking with I was speaking with Graham about it like a day ago or 2 days ago when we had that AMA, and he literally said like, now that I have my sticker, I can die peacefully. I've
Yeah,
achieved a life goal. It,
it's
it,
it's
it
it's
must be the
like
same.
it's like we've been crowned. We've been crowned, you know. And thank you for my sticker. And I know I've watched. I don't get to watch a lot of the community chat because there's so much of it. But I saw that Wim and Raina and Ronnie, not Ronnie, Ron, also has been put forward for a knighthood as well for their stickers to be coming available. So I think one of the things that we've already talked about is actually getting to see these guys in the background a bit more, so everyone gets to understand a little bit more about what they do. Obviously, part of what we're going to be talking about in a minute will actually, sort of extend to that side of the business and what they do and what are we doing for our investors. So thanks for the sticker. thank you for la creme de la creme. That's beautiful. And my son, who's 10, he's now calling me Daddy Creme de la Creme. So thank you, guys.
Well, that must be an honor. That must be something to do to share. I'm sure that your wife also really likes it, right? Since
Indeed,
you
yeah,
you have
yeah.
a son
Well,
between.
yeah, I was always creme de la creme to her, of course.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
without further ado,
Yep,
we have been preparing something very special lately. And today is the day that we are launching this, and in the coming weeks, you will probably hear more about it. But Steve, please take the honor
yep.
on what we are doing.
So we are now launching our qualified professional investor offerings. And this means that we will be able to offer a global offering to the whole world. We're already working on this on the website. We're just showing, or we're just sharing the screen as far as some of the qualifications on this. And let me tell you where this comes from, so I can just tell you a little bit of background on this. And again, it comes from feedback from you guys, and also comes from conversations, inbound traffic, lots of communication that we're receiving. And what we do at EstateX, I think you all know, for many years, we do listen to the community, we do listen to our investors, we do listen to what our guys want, what they need, what's important to them. And I think most of you know my background. My background's been in investment, working with many different types of clients, even from the early 2000s when the boom, if anyone, I'm sure there's lots of people here from the UK, when the boom of the UK happened with the buy-to-let market, and the landlord market, and the same in Spain, and the same and lots of Mediterranean regions. That first boom where people were building portfolios, and from that those small portfolios became big portfolios. I've been involved in that forever, and it really excites me. And a lot of the inbound traffic that we've been having conversations has been about, how can I build a portfolio with Estate X if I'm a professional, what we call a professional. It's a terminology that the European Financial Services Authority give to it. Professional, qualified investor. What and how can I get involved? Obviously, tokenization is the route we want to go. It's the way forward. We know that of real world assets. How can I get involved if I want to put 100,000 in? How can I get involved if I believe I'm an sophisticated or a professional or a qualified investor? So what we wanted to do for the community in the first instance is what we've done, and what we've recently done even in the last week is actually do what we said. And our modus operandi from the first day and is there all the time, and will there forever. Everybody can get a piece of real estate for $100, and that will never change. That's what this is all about. And we even saw in the last day on the socials about Steve talking about inclusion, about everybody being able to have a piece of something, and that's what we are definitely focused on. However, there are other parts of the investment world that have come to us and said, guys, we've seen what you're doing, we're loving what you're doing, and we want to get involved. As you can imagine, what's pretty unfair is if we put one unit on for 100,000 and we have one investor come and buy that unit, effectively it takes out the whole community's opportunity. So whilst we've been now looking at all the structures, the licensing, the laws, all of the compliance and everything else, the regulation, which, as you all know, across different jurisdictions, it changes. If you're in the States, you've got the SEC. If you're in Europe, you've got BaFin. If you're in the UK, you've got the FCA. Lots of jurisdiction, lots of different rules. However, the common rule across all global or most global entities is that if you're a professional, sophisticated, qualified investor, then you are exempt from some of the regulations. We still have to do our own due diligence and everything else, which we're going to come on to in a second. But what we really wanted to do is give something for everybody. I said this last time. I said it in our last AMA, when we talked about a European offering, everybody wanted a European offering. And obviously we've given that. We didn't want to lose, we didn't want the US guys to be left out. And we were still getting inbound traffic saying, well, what about the rest? And how can we get involved with bigger deals? I've seen on some of the chat on Telegram about a monopoly board, about creating a monopoly board of different types of assets. And that's really quite exciting, actually. I'm not sure whether we can do it, but it's definitely lodged, and it's definitely something I thought, well, that's pretty cool. And what we want to do is we want to be able to offer to the professional investor, institutional or a qualified investor, sorry. We want to be able to offer them something that they can be involved with at a higher level. And we're going to go through the qualifications. I think that Bart will just go through quickly. And this is on the website, and we'll go through that in a second. But from my point of view, it means that we can get our asset under management values and our assets balance sheet up very quickly. As we've always said, the one concept of EstateX that's now becoming reality is that we become this tokenization or blockchain business, whereby we have a certain amount of profitability flowing back into the token, and actually profitability, yields, etc., which actually boosts the token, boosts the value, boosts everything. So it's almost like a 360 environment. And by introducing our new professional and qualified investor opportunity for those, let's call it monster deals, and we have many of them already set there, then that's what we want to do. So let's just quickly talk about, and we'll talk about the specifics of what qualifies for an accredited investor, or a professional investor. There's so many terminologies, different countries,
Yeah,
by the way.
so many jurisdictions. It's
We,
getting
we,
very,
we, 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 in the UK, we say sophisticated. In some jurisdictions, they said accredited, but in Europe and elsewhere, it's professional or qualified. So what are we going to do for our guys? And look, anybody else that's on the AMA, it doesn't mean that we're not going to do this, by the way. And many of the things that we're going to be talking about now, we do anyway. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving a let's call it a white glove service, a personal service to our effectively our professional and qualified professional investors, where if you're investing with us, you will be getting a personal service from led by myself, and obviously I'll be involved for certain. And I've already been talking to probably some of you that are already on the AMA, whereby we'll be looking at your appetite. We'll be looking at your want. Is it something off plan? Is it something that you want yield, immediate income? Is it something that you want to take a bit more of a risk on? Is it something commercial? Is it something that's that's involved in renewables? And what we can do, we can build a portfolio that actually matches your sort of wants and your desires and your investment attitude and risk profile. So, as we've already talked about many times, one of the big things about here at EstateX, one of the big things we want to be doing is creating yield-based investment. In other words, 85% of our portfolio will be giving income. And that's the beauty about giving income. Will be pushing back in the profitability, will be pushing back into the token and boosting the 360 environment. But the big thing here is about having that personal service for our professional investors, a white glove environment, looking at specific needs, and our professional investors can then invest in a multitude of different investments. So it might be that we have 10 different projects, and they have, I don't know, 250,000 euros, dollars, whatever. And we can say, well, you want to put 25 there, 25 there, 25 there, 50 there, 25, 75, wherever it might be. And we're able to do that now. We've set up everything that and we're ready to do that right now. The website's being updated and will be available pretty soon. And then we'll be starting to collect and figure out in our network, in our community, who have we got already that is actually already a professional qualified investor, which I know we've got many. So, get in touch with us. We will have a form on the website, which we'll be going in a second, but get in touch with us, make yourself known. I'm a professional investor. I want to get involved. Obviously, there is a criteria, which Bart's going to go through in a minute. One of the things, or many of the things that we're going to be doing, and I want to say this, that we'll be doing this for every project, guys. So this isn't just for professional investors. The team behind us, and we talked about Wim, and we talked about Ron and Rainer, and their expertise is absolutely phenomenal. I've spoke about this from the first day I came on as CEO and talked about the team that's behind us, and their expertise will really come in phenomenally well, where we'll be doing our own due diligence. We'll be doing all of our own compliance, all of our own risk assessments, and I think I may have said on one of the other AMAs, my role here is to find the units, to find the developments, to find the projects. But equally, we have a back office. We have a back office to actually say no. And this is what's really important in an investment house, or in any kind of financial business, is that we have the analysts behind the team at the front to say no. Why not? Why should we not invest? We've done our due diligence and this and this and this. So what we'll have is a team behind the team. So we have our portfolio managers that will be working with me to look and source and find and get the best deals with the most security, with the best brands. We've talked about Melia, and I think there's been announcements about Melia branded resorts in Cape Verde. We have many other partners like Melia, which we'll be announcing as we go along. So we'll be looking at projects all over the globe. As we talked about, I think many months ago, if not years ago, when the other Steve, talked about, Tinder and eBay on steroids, where you can just switch through and say, I want 10,000 of that, 20,000 of that, wherever. This is how it's going to be. And this will start now with the professional environment. We'll be doing all of our due diligence. We'll be creating. We'll be getting all of our normal independent valuations. We'll be going through all of that. But the main thing is that we will be personally hand-holding our investors and looking at their desires and requirements. And this is so exciting, because this whole repertoire now of offerings, we've got offerings for me now, for everybody, because this the professional and qualified investor group is global. It doesn't just mean Europeans, it doesn't mean just US, it doesn't mean just UK. It's a global offering now. So for me, we have something for everybody. And I think you mentioned all this already. I think it was in the AMA, but we are really boosting our what we call our prospectuses, which means that we will be able to offer more and more and more, and ultimately more jurisdictions and more opportunities for the retail investor as well. So the retailer investor base of opportunity will grow. The retail community of opportunity will grow, and then what I would class the professional investors as well. So just as you can probably see, very excited about this, because this is absolutely what I've done for years, and been looking forward to bringing it to EstateX, and here we are in a short amount of time. So Bart,
So
anything to add to that?
absolutely. I think that what is very important to note here is that, we're playing into the qualities and the strengths of our team members at this stage, which is obviously what you have done for decades, which Wim still does on a daily basis and has done for decades, what Reiner has done with 200 institutions on his trading platforms that he had, and being a security broker for over 25 years, is providing those investment opportunities and that portfolio management to high net worth individuals, to qualified professional investors or accredited investors, or however you want to call it. And that is just the strengths and the qualities that we're playing at the moment. And obviously, as you know, we're playing into the strengths of everyone here, with Graham, with the amazing tech that he builds, you, Wim, Rainer, who has done this for decades already, and also Steve and me, and the rest of the team, Thomas, to play in on the qualities for the retail investors, to be able to provide that marketing, the opportunity for everyone. And together, that combined combination is what's going to do this catapult effect that basically puts everything on steroids. Because I think a lot of this was, I think, before you even joined, Steve, but if some community members that are watching now remember that, I think last year summer or something like that, I put out a 3-phase plan where in phase 1 we would have a launch, and from there on do the retail. Obviously, we had the retail proof of concept first to show that we can do it, then do the retail opening. Then from retail opening, you go into phase 2, which is getting institutional high net worth individuals in, because that puts everything on steroids. Because 1, it shows a lot of track record. 2, it shows trust and deal flow, where we're able to provide that to qualified investor who trusts us with their money, their investments, and it shows that the approach that we take is right. Then it stimulates the inflow into the token, the TVL on the blockchain, because and the assets under management within the fund and all the opportunities that we have, giving us more global visibility, obviously mouth-on-mouth marketing, global partnerships, which then stimulates again into marketing, which then rolls into phase 3, which is that we're ready for mass adoption and to open up the floodgates for all retail investors worldwide to come in and to make use of our solutions and our all-in-one app. So we still have that 3-phase plan, and we're now nearing bit by bit phase 2, where we're putting it open, and it just puts everything on steroids. This will open up more opportunities for retail investors. This will open up more liquidity providers to be able to make of the solutions, and to bring also those solutions to the average individual, the opportunities, the tools that they previously wouldn't have, while we also serve to the institutions, the high net worth individuals, the qualified investors, and it just creates that catalyst effect for everyone. So that was just what I wanted to add to that. And then Steve, I'll let you take the floor. I think you want to go through the requirements for what is going to be a professional / qualified investor.
You might have to do that, because the writing, I'm actually on my mobile. The writing's very small, so without my magnified glasses, could you just go through that if you would, please, Bart?
Absolutely.
These are the requirements for professional / qualified investors, sophisticated in the UK, accredited somewhere else, but you know where you are. Here are the requirements.
And as you can see, guys, we're still doing some updates on the website at this moment. But how to know if you're a qualified investor? This is we've linked the regulations with it as well. So under MiFID II regulations in Annex 2, which are the European financial guidelines, a professional investor is someone that qualifies for 2 of these 3 points, which is either has carried out significant transactions in the relevant market, averaging 10 investments per quarter over the last year. 2, holds a portfolio of financial instruments and cash deposits worth over 500,000 euros. Or 3, has at least 1 year of professional experience in the financial sector in a role requiring investment knowledge. Now, you need to qualify for 2 of these 3 points. In case you do not and want a sort of exemption of being able to qualify for these points, an investment minimum of 100,000 euros is needed, and then you don't need to meet any of the 3 thresholds above under the Article 1.4D of the prospectus regulation of the European financial regulations. Now, in case you do you're not a resident of the European Economic Area, there's no worries at all. We can tailor the opportunities based on your residency area. What you need to do is you just need to contact us and make sure to fill out this form, and then we will explore with you what the possibilities are. But these are just to give you a general idea of what is needed. Obviously, every jurisdiction is a little bit different, but in general, you could put this as like a sort of a parameter where it's either 100K plus, or you have probably one of those things that you meet. So that is how you qualify as a qualified/professional investor. And then you can work with Steve Craggs, our beloved CEO, and the team, obviously, with our portfolio managers and also our local directors who have already, have extensive experience in, sourcing deals for family offices, institutional investors with double-digit returns, and everything else, with the amazing relationships with top developers. Obviously, we strategically build your plan for you, and work completely together with you to make sure that you have these services and a tailored plan for you. Steve, anything to add to that?
No, I think that's it. I mean, for me, great. I think that we have a lot of guys in the community that qualify. I think that we have a lot of guys in the community that want to get in big, just like the token itself. I think that we've got a lot of guys that have got into the token that now have actually qualified by being inside the token for a period of time. So that in itself, by being inside and being investor for the last 12 months, gives one of the qualifications. So I think that for me, I just think it's just ultimately exciting that we now can have the capacity to deal with everybody, and we have something for we can deal with everybody. We have something for everybody, and I can't even explain to you some of the assets, some of the opportunities that have and are on our desk right now that are really exciting. That maybe if we hadn't opened the channel up now, which we that's why we've absolutely made ourselves ready to do so, we wouldn't be able to raise that capacity. And now it's all about capacity. So I think, as I said to you guys in the middle of my pitch, if you like, the guys that know you're already qualify right now, and even if you don't know whether you qualify or not because of the questions, or there's something you don't understand, fill out the form, get in touch with us. We want to know who you are. We've got loads and loads of assets right now that we're ready to take to market. You will be seeing some of those coming through in the coming days and so forth. But the main thing is we want to talk to you. We want to talk to you personally. We wanted to get to understand exactly what's what. As some of you who may be watching, we've already been talking to you guys already, some of you, and we just want to talk to more and give that wider scope of offering. But I just want to just say and reiterate, this leaves nobody behind. The offerings that we offer for retail investors will continue to flow through, and that global offering of from $100, €100, £100 will be there, and that's our ethos, and that's what we are here to do. So we have something for everyone. So I think it's Christmas, actually, Bart. Come early.
I think so too. I think so too. The presents are falling out of the air at the moment. The last 3 days, so it's already my third day in a row. I'm an AMA presenting someone
Yeah.
that we're doing. So yeah, no, it's going well at the moment. Also, just wanted to make a quick note about this, guys, is that if you do qualify as a qualified investor, the minimum threshold for an investment is not €100,000 or $100,000. There are also opportunities for that below that. So just wanted to put that out there. So it does not mean that the minimum investment is only if you do not meet one of two of the three standards for a qualified/professional investor. So just wanted to put that out there. So yeah, very exciting times, very exciting times. You will see a lot more modifications to the general website as well before we launch the completely new institutional site. But I think, Steve, that the EstateX family now really gets to know that, and I think the website changes it is something relatively basic, but it just shows that everything is starting to go live now, that everything is starting to be rolled out, and that everything is starting to happen.
It's starting to concertina, and as I said, I mean, we can't keep up with things. It's well, we can, we are, but it's really exciting, and what it gives my team now is it gives us some real passion to go and find more of what we've already got and set the roadmap out for some of the real sexy stuff that you're going to see really soon.
Okay, amazing. Any closing words, or that was it?
I think that's it. Next time, I am definitely going to wear a shirt because I feel underdressed, and hopefully in a different environment because I'm working at home today, and so I will be ready to take on board all of your questions, inquiries. The guys that believe they qualify, you're definitely going to get some touch points with the rest of the team. We're looking forward to having you. We're looking forward to tailor making some portfolios for you, and we're looking forward to smash this together. So thank you.
Amazing. And with those closing words, I couldn't have done it better. Want to thank everyone for watching. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out, to fill out the form, but also leave your questions in the community. And as you know, we're always active and we'll make sure to answer any of them. So Steve, thank you much for your presence. It was a pleasure once again. And
thank you.
We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Lovely. See you soon, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.